All right, so I just watched the first episode of Star Trek Next Generation, and it was interesting. I guess I already knew who everyone was. Um, so, of course, Troy is an empath. Her boots were banging, though. Um, Riker is loyal. I'm not really comfortable with Picard calling him number one. It just feels like a constant bathroom joke. I know it's not meant that way, but I don't know. It just does not feel right to me. Wesley's annoying immediately. And I love that Picard doesn't like kids, so that explains why he hates Wesley so much, or why he's very impatient with Wesley, I guess, in later episodes. But I felt like it was really heavily implied here that Picard was Wesley's real father, that he had had an affair with Dr. Crusher at some point. Their encounters were very charged with kind of an unspoken sexuality, which I found really interesting. And I've seen the second episode, but I'm going to watch it again soon. And I know that it gets even more USTE, I guess. I've drank a Harpoon Winter Warmer and a Harpoon IPA while watching this. I didn't realize when I started that it was an hour and a half long. The plot of this episode was not really that interesting to me. I will admit that I surfed the internet for most of it. But Q is a total dick. Like, a total dick. He just judges all of humanity based on World War II and III? I don't know, I feel like humanity has come a long way in this series, and he's just being overly harsh because he feels that he can, which is ridiculous. I guess you can see my t-shirt, my boobs right there. I go to Simmons in Boston. It's a pretty good school. This is the only piece of Simmons clothing I own. Yeah, that's a really interesting tidbit about me. I didn't find this episode all that engaging, no pun intended. And the jellyfish were pretty ridiculous. It might have been because I've seen other episodes, so I already know who everyone is. I don't need the initial exposition. But I felt like just the story wasn't that interesting. And at some point in my life, at many points in my life, Tasha Yar and I are total hair twins. I even had the blonde dye job with the 6 inches of roots at some point. So yeah, acting was fine. The special effects were 1987. That was to be expected. Although some of the green screening was obvious and, I don't know, took me out of it. On the bridge screen thing. I'm sure there's a name for it that I'll find out eventually. Yeah. I mean, we got to meet everybody. We got to see a little bit of the personal dynamics, like the Riker Troy UST or whatever there is between them. So, and then, of course, the Captain and Crusher, how annoying Wesley is, Data being an android and unfeeling and kind of just a walking encyclopedia and not a fully formed character. So I'm sorry if this is a little shaky. I'm getting a stand for my phone next week, tomorrow at some point. I don't know. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I don't know if I'll get a delivery on Christmas Eve. But if Amazon does deliver on Christmas Eve, they're the best thing ever. I'm recording this on my phone, so it's a little shaky. Yeah. Well, that is episode 1. I don't even remember the name of it. Farpoint Station? Sure. Let's go with that. Farpoint Mystery? Whatever.